welcome to my channel. I am the Hood Spiritual Being, and I'm so excited to have you on the channel today. I hope that you consider liking and subscribing and sticking around for this video. Okay, this will be the next video in our tarot therapy or tarot counseling series. This reading is aimed at helping you identify your emotions about a certain situation so that you can express them, heal them, and then release them. Sometimes when we don't know what we're feeling, we get stuck in that energy, or we often get stuck in our mind. We'll think about our feelings, but we don't actually feel our feelings. Okay, so today's reading is aimed at helping you through that. Okay, disclaimer before we get started: I am not a therapist. I am not your therapist. I do have extensive counseling experience, and I'm using that in combination with my love of tarot. I am a spiritual counselor here to give you spiritual advice with clarity and truth. However, if you find that you do need to speak to a mental health care professional or want to know ways to go about that, I have added some resources for you in the description box. Okay, so there are 4 cards in front of you. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Look them over. Pick the pile you feel compelled to, and I will meet you all in that pile. Check out the description box to get the timestamp that'll take you straight to that part of the video. All right, bye. Hey there, pile number 1. This is your reading. This is part of the tarot therapy or tarot counseling series, and this reading is aimed at identifying your emotions, okay, and let's coaching ourselves through them. Sometimes we have a tendency to rationalize our feelings, meaning that we think about them and we think through them, but we don't actually feel them. Okay, so this reading is aimed to help you identify those emotions so that you can feel them and then release them. Okay, so I went ahead and pre-pulled your tarot cards just to get the situation, and you have the 4 of Swords, the 4 of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and the 10 of Swords. Okay, so I'll let you see them up close. 4 of Swords, Queen of Swords, and 10 of Swords. Now, all of these cards are sword cards, okay? And swords get at any type of communication in your mind, mental health. So this is ringing like you are very in your head about the current situation, okay? So we got the 4 of Swords. Let me grab my clarification deck. We got the 4 of Swords here, the Queen of Swords, and the 10 of Swords. But what I'm getting is that you are very much in your head about a situation. And I'm hearing the phrase like, what is it when you can't stop ruminating thoughts? So these thoughts keep occurring, and it's very apparent here with these only having 3 tarot cards and all of them being swords. So I'm hearing the phrase ruminating thoughts. This is something that you keep overplaying over and over, and it reminds me, or it puts me in the energy of like a heartbreak. Maybe you have recently had gone through a breakup or an ending of a connection, whether it be romantic or platonic or based on with your family here, but there's something about it where you feel like you're missing out, like you can't complete, or like your house is no longer a home, you're feeling incomplete, you're missing someone, you're missing a part of you, and maybe you keep replaying old memories with this person or with this person, and you're having a hard time letting it go. Okay, for some of you, I'm picking up this person that this could be a romantic connection, and maybe your partner passed away suddenly. I'm picking up that may only apply for some of you, but I'm getting this energy of someone here may have experienced losing a partner suddenly, and so that could be why you keep replaying old memories. I'm hearing the word voicemail, listening to this voicemail over and over. For some of you, with the Queen of Swords here, this is you. I get that this Queen of Swords energy is like you're having a hard time cutting it out. Usually the Queen of Swords is very cutthroat. She's able to stop cut anything out quickly. But for this reading, I'm picking like you want to be in this Queen of Swords energy where you can kind of stop, but I'm hearing the phrase like it's hard for you to stop. Okay, and with the Ten of Swords is all about completion, coming to an end. Okay, but if you look at this card, this lady's on the very close to the edge here. And so for you, I'm getting, you may feel very close to the edge. Some of you, trigger warning, may have considered, you know, ending yourself, or it has that thought is what's in your mind or has crossed your mind, maybe because you feel like you can't live without this person or something like that. Okay, so I am picking up a lot of energy, and I want to go ahead and clarify. I wasn't going to for these readings, but let's go ahead. Clarify our Four of Swords here for my pile number ones. Okay, yeah, we got love, and I mentioned that this was heartbreak or some sort like that. So yes, this is heartbreak. Some of you may have ended a connection, or for some of you, your partner may have left or passed away suddenly. Clarify my Queen of Swords here. I just want to be sure. All right, clarifying my Queen of Swords, we have equal give and take. And with this equal give and take, I feel like, remember I said it was hard for you to stop this behavior, these ruminating thoughts, replaying things that you know, like these thoughts you know aren't helpful, but you're having a hard time. So with this equal give and take, I feel like you aren't in balance. You haven't been able to get to this point of equal give and take with yourself yet. Okay, clarify this Ten of Swords for my pile number ones. Clarify our Ten of Swords here. Hello? Ten of Swords. Clarify our Ten of Swords. Clarify our Ten of Swords. What? Okay, Ten of Swords. We got unbalanced. And look, and remember I said some of you might be on the edge. So you're not doing well mentally, and that's abundantly clear. So if this message is resonating with you with any way, bottom of the deck, it says not worth your energy. Okay, so if any of you are resonating with this message so far, my heart goes out to you. I am sending you so much love as you go through this. Now we're going to go through some emotions here. But at the bottom of the deck, it says not worth your energy. And I feel like you know that this behavior or these ruminating thoughts aren't helpful, but it's almost like you don't know how to stop. Okay, but what Spirit is saying is like you're hurting yourself by replaying these memories or being stuck. You're hurting yourself in the long run here. So the next card we're going to pull are this is going to be what you're thinking. Okay, so what you're thinking, we have affectionate and love, and I picked up that you're heartbroken. You're missing this person's affection. I'm really picking up strongly that this may be someone who passed away or left or ghosted you or something like that, but I'm getting like it feels incomplete. So with this Four of Swords, I'm going to move these over so you all can see the cards. Alright, a little bit. Let's just move that over so you can have some room to see the cards. Alright, there we go. So, yeah, you're missing this person's affection and love, and you're thinking this, because this role that we're putting up is going to be all the things you're thinking. You're thinking about this person's love. You're missing this person's affection. Next, you have elation and joy. So you're thinking about, and you may have a hard time letting go of all the memories you have with this person. This person in that moment may have brought you joy, may have brought you happiness, and you're ruminating. So it's like you might be replaying your first date or very positive experiences that brought you joy. And underneath the Ten of Swords, you're thinking we have hostile and anger. So you're thinking about how angry this person may have feel. You may feel anger towards this person if they passed away. Maybe you feel angry about that, like you left me here by myself. Or if this person ghosted you, you may feel angry, or you're thinking you feel really angry at how they played you. You thought that this was a good relationship and they just disappeared on you. So I'm getting that there are a lot of feelings coming up surrounding this connection ending. Alright, so this is all the things you are thinking. The next row is going to be what you're feeling, okay? Because sometimes we can think through our emotions, but we don't actually feel them out, so we get stuck there, okay? So underneath this Four of Swords, we have grief and sadness. So this is what you're really feeling, okay? And you might be replaying your situations where you two were in love or where you were receiving this person's affection, but the feeling underneath that feeling is sadness and grief because you're missing that presence of that person. Okay, you're missing the presence. I'm going to move it next to. Alright, so this is really showing me that you're missing this person. You are feeling grief, and with the grief coming out, this is putting me in the energy of this person may have passed away. Alright, okay, so the next card, clarifying, is Queen of Swords, where you were replaying your most happiest moments, intimate moments. You really feel annoyed and angered. So the feeling underneath that elation and joy is anger and annoyed, and you could be annoyed again at how things ended between you two. And it is natural, if someone were to pass away, it's part of grief to feel angry at that person. You feel like especially if you and this person had a plan and you all are able to do it now. So there is still that I'm picking up on this anger, like you're angry at this person, or if this person ghosted you and left you, you feel angry about that. Although you're replaying your happiest memories, it's like you're mad that they left you alone and you're annoyed. Okay, and it's okay to feel this. We're having this reading because Spirit wants you to know it's okay to feel these things. All right, don't hold it in or don't think it, because you see all these swords. This lets me know that you're thinking all of these things, but you aren't feeling it. And you might be the type of person where you don't like to express your emotions, but then you ruminate on it and on the emotions in your head, and you get stuck here. All of these swords let me know that you're kind of stuck in this energy. Okay, then next we have, for the Ten of Swords, clarifying, we have isolated and sadness. So again, you may feel angry for how this person left you, and you feel isolated because you feel like they left you alone. So this is rooted in sadness here. Okay, so this is picking up this energy that Spirit wants you to express these thoughts, not just think them. Spirit wants you to express this. Okay, it's okay to cry, it's okay to yell, it's okay to get this off your system. Okay, out of your system. All right, but you're bottling these emotions in your head here, and it's coming up in your reading because all these swords lets me know that this is something that this is like giving you anxiety. You're constantly thinking about this, you're constantly replaying it. Okay, and Spirit wants you to release these emotions so you can heal them. All right, so the next card is going to be a channeled message for you, and it may fit your situation. It said, it's hard for me to let go of the hustler mindset. I know I need to let go and flow. Although this card says hustler, I feel like what this is saying is like you need to let go of these memories, of these thoughts, and like let the emotion come out, but it's hard for you to. So you could be a person that like consider yourself tough, where you don't like to cry, you don't like people to know that something made you upset or that it's impacting you as much as it is. And so I feel like Spirit wants you to let go of that behavior where you're trying to hold it in and trying to be tough. And Spirit is saying, let it out. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to cry about these things. It's okay to be upset about this, because really you're just causing yourself anxiety here with all of these sword cards. You're causing yourself mental turmoil. So that's why Spirit is saying, let go and let it flow. And if letting it flow means you need to cry for 24 hours, then guess what? You just need to cry for 24 hours. No one's going to judge you for that. Okay. It's human. All right. The last card is going to be a tip or a suggestion as to how to let these emotions flow or how to support yourself during this time. And we have spend time with friends, especially because we got that isolated card here in grief. So Spirit is saying right now is a good time to call on your trusted friends, your companions, and maybe just calling them for support. You may not have to tell them everything, but a good friend, if you just say, hey, I really would just like you to come sit with me today. I don't want to talk about it. I just want somebody to sit with me so I'm not by myself. A good friend would be like, okay, I'm going to grab your favorite food. I'm going to get a book and I'm going to read my book and I'm going to sit with you today while you just sit there and be quiet. So Spirit is saying, call a friend, call someone close that you can trust, and call a friend that's pretty low, like that's chill, okay, that doesn't want to make you talk about it. You know which friend you can call where you all don't have to say anything. It's just being in each other's presence is enough. So So Spirit would like you to do that, okay, to help you really release this. And when you feel comfortable, you can express, here's what I'm feeling, okay? So my pile number ones, that was your reading. I hope this message was helpful in some way. If it was, please drop a comment. Let me know what you think about this video or the series in general. I hope you all like it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Hey there, pile number two. This is your reading in our in our tarot therapy or tarot counseling series. This video is going to be about identifying your emotions and learning to identify them and release them so that you can heal, okay? So again, I am not a therapist. I am just a tarot card reader, and I have extensive background in counseling services, so I would like to use both of my skills today. But again, if you need help with anything, I have listed some resources for you in the description box for you to reach out if you need help with your mental health care, okay? So I went ahead and pre-pulled your cards here to get the situation or the energy. And what I'm feeling and what I've gathered from this is that you may have a group of people. It could be family, it could be friends, old friends, it could be co-workers, it could be people in your community, so neighbors as well. With the Page of Swords here, hang on, I'm going to pull these up so you can see. We got the Page of Swords, we got the Hermit, and we got the Two of Wands. So I'll pull them up for you close so you can see. Alright, so what I'm gathering is that you may have a group of people who are negatively impacting you, meaning with the Page of Swords, this is like the stalker card. This could be people watching your every move, reporting back to an authority figure or someone trying to intimidate you or gang stalk you. I'm getting gang stalking, gossiping, I'm getting like bullying energy. So you may have a group of people that are watching your every move, which have caused you to go within, with the Hermit card, to go within. So maybe you're not stepping out as much, you're not communicating with people as much because you feel these group of people are seeking information about you. So they may be reaching out to people that you're close to, trying to gather information. So it's made you feel really withdrawn and isolated here. With the Two of Wands, I see this as a desire to move away, or to move away from this community or these people, okay, wanting to move away. And that's what I'm picking up intuitively. Hold on, I got my clarification deck. I'm going to shuffle and we're going to pull more information, but I'm feeling like you have a group of people who are just intentionally, you're minding your business and they are just on you for what? The people that are after you are very unhealed, low vibrational. They still have work to do. And I get with the Hermit card, you've gone within to learn to love yourself, to learn to let go of certain things, to heal yourself here, because that's all about the Hermit. The Hermit goes into that mode to discover more about themselves and heal and raise their vibration. Because if you look, this person is glowing. And I feel like you've raised your vibration because you've let go of insecurities, trauma, jealousy, competitiveness, and all of the things that really don't serve you. Those emotions and those actions and behaviors and patterns don't serve you. So you've elevated yourself spiritually and consciously. And the people that are watching you are still unhealed. They haven't done that inner reflective work. So that is part of the reason. They're competitive, they're jealous, they're angry. You know, I'm picking up, they're like, why is this person getting ahead of me? But they haven't done the work, okay? So tell me more about this Page of Swords, okay? With this Page of Swords, we got the Sun. And with the Sun card, I'm feeling like this is it. You have a light. And I just said this person is glowing. You are bright. And we just mentioned how you've raised your consciousness, how you've gone within to heal and release. And that raises your energetic consciousness. And so you are bright like the sun. And sometimes the sun irritates other people demons, okay, meaning that they aren't in that light. They're still in darkness. They're still in their insecurities. They're still in their pain. They're still in their trauma. They're still in their competitive energy. They're still in that negative energy. So you being bright has irritated them, and that's why they're obsessing over you, okay? So tell me more about the Hermit for my pile number 2. Tell me more about this Hermit for my pile number 2. Hello? Okay. Okay, you got 2 cards. I'm going to take both. We got selfish. Exactly. The people that are looking after you are very selfish, because it's not like you did anything to them. This behavior, they're messing with you unprovoked. It's not like you did anything to anybody, and that's why this Hermit card lets me know that you've been to yourself, minding your business. But the people that are looking after you or looking to get, like, to invade on your space are very selfish. Okay, they're selfish. So this could be, some people want your energy, because if you withdrawn your energy for them, they're selfish. They want to use you, they want to manipulate you, they want to use you for their own good here. So next we got mentally unwell. I cannot make this up. The people after you are mentally unwell, and that's just the truth of it, because I'm hearing the word obsessive. So they might be really after your time, your energy, harassing you, and it's because they're not doing well mentally. And I say this with empathy and compassion. This is not like to be rude. This is real. When you are low vibration like that, that means you're stuck in your trauma. You're stuck in your insecurities. You're stuck in all your pain. You're stuck in your anger. You're stuck in your jealousy. Those are real demons. When we think of demons, I don't know, we have these associations like with the devil, like a caricature of the devil. But demons are real. Demons are jealousy. Demons are competitiveness. Demons are insecurity. So it's like, that is how those demons thrive. They get into your mind and they get you all worked up. They get you in your ego. They get you being negative. They get you wanting to hurt people because you've been hurt. That's how it works. So like mentally unwell, those are people who just really need to seek therapy, who really need to seek some counseling and support, because this all stems from being broken, from being hurt, from being traumatized, from being angry, and they need to talk to somebody about that. But a lot of the times, like I said, you went into this mode, this hermit mode, where you dealt with your own insecurities, you dealt with your trauma, and that was very painful for you. Not everybody is willing to go within to do that type of reflective work. People run from that. People run from their trauma. They run from their pain. And so like it manifests and they behave out of this pain, and they don't even realize it yet. They don't even realize what they do. So this is just like they're mentally unwell and don't even know that they're mentally unwell. But really, if they were to seek some counseling, some help, some guidance, they could get help with that, and their light can shine as bright as yours, like the sun. But because they're running from it, they don't want to face that. They're coming after you. Okay, so I wish those people well, and it's hard to do that, especially if they've been annoying you. But just wish those people well and hope that they find healing and peace like you did, because that's the only thing that's going to help them. But to be honest, my love, not everybody is willing to do that type of work, and that is what it could be. So some people they will always be mentally unwell. They will always be behaving and reactive because they don't want to do the work, and you can't do it for them. But that's why I feel like you have this desire to just move away from all of this chaos, okay? And let people be where they are. Clarify this 2 of Wands. All right, we got clarifying our 2. Yeah, we got boring. And look at this card. Like, she looks out the window, she looks bored. So this is letting me know that you're bored with the current situation. You're bored with this type of energy. You're sick of feeling and experiencing the same thing. And the people doing this to you could be family members. It could be, close friends, peers. But you're looking for something greater, and what you're looking for are people who are bright like you, people who are the sun, people who have done that inner work where they face their traumas, they face their insecurities, they got to the root of their issues like you did. So I feel like I'm feeling this energy like you want to move on. Bottom of the deck, we got the Lovers. And the Lovers is for me, it's showing up as you loving yourself enough to do that type of work. Because again, when you gotta sit and face your trauma, that's very triggering. Some people like to act like the trauma never happened, but the thing is, when you ignore it, you just behave subconsciously in that broken space, in that low vibrational space. So this is what I'm saying. You took that, you demonstrated the love for yourself to sit and go into hermit mode, get the help and get the support that you need to talk about this, to work through this, to release that pain. Okay, so I'm really proud of you. I'm sorry that you're experiencing this. Like, your healing is triggering everybody else because they aren't willing to do that work, and it's not easy. So have grace when it comes to that, because not everybody does the introspection. 80% of people run from that introspection, which is why you have narcissists that's out of control. Narcissists are just unhealed people who haven't dealt with their trauma. Okay, so next we're going to pull some cards. These cards are going to be what you think. Like, sometimes when we have feelings, we rationalize our feelings, which means we think them, but we don't actually feel them. And the whole point is to identify them and feel them so that you can release them. Okay, so clarifying our Page of Swords, we have suffering, sadness. And so what you're thinking is that their behavior is causing you to suffer. Again, it's unprovoked. So this is causing you really like sadness, and you're thinking how you're suffering by this, because it's like, I'm just minding my business. Why is everybody harassing me? All I did was go to therapy. All I did was, heal, and people are acting crazy, and they really are. So that's what I'm picking up on. Clarifying our the hermit card, we had dismay or surprise. So with this card, I feel like you're surprised, and you kind of feel like, I went into this hermit mode to heal for myself, to learn more about myself, to deal with my trauma, to deal with my pain, to deal with my suffering. And I'm surprised that me doing my thing is upsetting so many people. And with the dismay, it's like you almost feel like, well, dang, maybe I shouldn't have gotten healed, because when I was unhealed, I didn't have these problems. I didn't have people attacking me. I didn't have people gang stalking me. I didn't have people smear campaigning me. I didn't have people gossiping about me. And now all of a sudden, I'm the talk of the town, and I don't like it. So I'm picking up on this energy here, where you feel like you're shocked at others' behavior. Because again, this could be families, lovers, community members, work people, and you're like, everybody's switching up. That's strange. Okay, so clarifying our Two of Wands, we got confused and surprised. Again, you're confused by everybody else's actions, and it's caused you surprise, because you're like, how can it be me on my healing journey? And it's like, I'm getting so much channeled messages. I'm a really great channeler, so sometimes I'll just take the words right out of your head, because I'm feeling like you're so confused by this. You're like, I'm just healing, minding my business. I don't know why that's bothering people. Why does that have so many people bothered and acting like this? I would see if I did something to them, if I hurt them, if I did anything to them to make them react in this way, but I haven't done anything. I haven't even been around anybody. I've been to myself, and people are bothered by this. So I'm picking up on your energy a lot. So this is what you may be thinking about the situation. Now we're going to go into what you may actually be feeling regarding this situation. And with the feeling, Spirit wants you to identify these feelings, feel them out, and release them. Okay, so back to this Page of Swords. For feelings, we have astonished and surprised. So look at all these cards. Like, you are just really surprised by this, and I get it. Like, I feel it. It's just like, are you kidding? I didn't do anything to anybody. I'm just going to therapy, or I'm just meeting with a counselor. I just have a support group. That's it. I'm minding my business. That's like, I'm feeling that energy so strong. But look, you got surprise, surprise, surprise. Like, this is very shocking. Like, you did not see this coming, because it's like, you're like, how are people bothered by this? I'm not doing anything offensive. But to them, they taking your healing offensively. Okay, that's so, again, wish them well, because they honestly are mentally unwell. And I'm not saying that to be rude, but I study psychology. This is what that is. Like, someone is really obsessive over you. And think about it. If somebody is doing all of this stalking, obsessive behavior, wanting reports on you and getting people to rally up against you, they're obviously not working on their own life. And that's the problem here. They don't feel like they can work on their life. So they're attacking you because you're working on your life. When really, in reality, they can work on their life, but they're running from it, okay? But anybody that's sweating you, obsessing over you, you know they're not doing well physically, mentally, or financially, because how? It's impossible for you to be doing well mentally, physically, and emotionally when you're obsessive in somebody else's business. You get what I'm saying? You can't do both. You can't be in somebody else's business and in your business. It don't work. So these people are not doing well, okay? They're just not. So clarifying the Hermit, we got the Page. Excuse me, I'm sorry. We got anger. It says rage and anger. So there's a part of you that feels really angry about this, and I'm picking up on it. So this is like, again, that anger. You're mad at them because they're provoking you. And so that's making you full of rage because you're like, I didn't even do anything to you. You want to run my name in the mud. You want to smear campaign me. You want to stalk me. I didn't do anything to you. So rage is a natural emotion because you feel angry about this. And it's okay to feel angry about this. It's okay to feel confused by this. It's okay to feel sad by this. Acknowledge that. All right. Clarifying our Two of Wands, we got terror and fear. So there's a part of you that's afraid of this again, and don't be like, it's okay to be afraid, because if you got people stalking you, sending people to come spy on you or stalking your social media, it's annoying, and you have every right to feel fear regarding the situation. So that's why this card here with this desire wanting to move, if you feel like it's for your safety, make that move. Hopefully your situation is where you can move away and like get out of town, because your safety comes first. So that's to be validated. If this situation is making you uncomfortable, move, okay? Don't, like, you never know. People who are mentally unwell do have, they're unpredictable. So if it's in your intuition where you're like, I gotta get away from these people, I don't trust it, follow it. And I'm praying and hoping that your situation, your finances are okay, so you can do that, because I want you safe. And that's the best choice for you. Your safety comes first, all right? Where they can't, access you. Change your social media if you have to. You know what I'm saying? Protect yourself. So the next card is going to be a channel message which may fit your situation. It says, I am working through my past trauma. I am healing. What did I say? Oh my gosh, I got so excited. It says, I am working through my past trauma. I am healing. This is what I'm talking about. You've been working on yourself. You're healing, and it's showing. You're doing well. You're raising your vibration. And again, your light is upset and bringing out these demons and other people, like bringing out their negativity, bringing out their it's triggering their insecurity. It's triggering their trauma. Okay. So you keep working on yourself. Don't change that because of how these people are reacting. Spirit is if you're worried, like, I want to move, Spirit is getting ready to present an opportunity for you, so where you can get away from these people. If you feel like you're in danger physically or your safety is in danger, Spirit is going to lift you up out of this, because that Spirit rewarded you for doing this work. Okay. So the last card is going to be tips or advice on like ways to express these emotions. And you got, wow, plan a vacation. But I'm reading this plan a vacation like move. So if you've been thinking about moving away, moving to a new state, a new town, this is your confirmation. It says plan a vacation, but I'm reading this like Spirit is saying move. Take an airplane and move. And this card was picking up on that too, the Two of Wands. So it's been confirmed. That's a good idea. And if you want to, Spirit is going to make a way for you to move, okay? Because Spirit is not just going to leave you there to fend for yourself, all right? So pile number 2, that was your reading. Please let me know if this was helpful, if you liked it. Let me know what you think about this video, or let me know what you think about this series in general. I hope you all liked it. If you did, please put something in the comment section for me, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye. Hey there, pile number 3. This is your reading in our tarot therapy or tarot counseling series. Okay, today's reading is going to be help you figure out and identify your emotions so that you can express them and then release them. Okay, so before I get started, as I mentioned throughout this series, I am not a therapist. I am not your therapist. I do have extensive background in counseling services, and I'm combining my knowledge with my love of tarot to offer you resources, guidance, and support. If you find that you need to speak to a mental health care professional, I have provided some resources and some links for you that can help you out in the description box. Okay, so my pile number 3 is I went ahead and pulled your tarot, and what I've got from these, we have the 7 of Swords. I'll hold it up for you. 7 of Swords. We have the King of Wands. Okay, and the 6 of Swords. Okay, so I'll let you see them all together up close. 7 of Swords, King of Wands, and the 6 of Swords. Alright, so pile number 3, what I'm picking up with these tarot cards, the energy that I'm feeling is that someone, and this is just like someone is trying to take your light. Okay, like again, I look at this King of Wands and I feel like this King of Wands is you. And so what I'm starting with the King of Wands, because I get that you've had to I'm hearing this, I had to fight my whole life. So I get that you have had people from your childhood all the way up into adulthood who may have bullied you, who may have said things to make you feel insecure, to make you feel less than, to put you down. It's like your whole life you have people trying to put you down. Okay, and what I'm picking up intuitively is that the reason why these people did this is because they saw your light. The King of Wands is someone who is eccentric, so someone who is unique, someone who is bold, and someone who is different from everyone around them, meaning they walk to the beat of their own drum. Okay, so I get that you are very creative and you follow your own dreams, and so this may have been early in childhood where people saw that you were different and wanted you to conform to what they were like. So people may have tried to suppress your authenticity or your individuality. People may have picked on you, and honestly, I'm getting that this could have even been family. Sometimes like family members are your first bullies. Before you ever get into the schoolyard, you could have parents, aunts, uncles, cousins, people in the community. If you're in a religious community, church, you could have people like bullying you and attacking you well before you ever get into the schoolyard. And I feel like this is your story or your energy. So if you resonate with this reading so far, I am sending you lots of love, empathy, and compassion, because I know what that could feel like. And so my heart goes out to you, and I'm happy that you are still here. You are still standing. They cannot take you down. Okay, so what I'm getting is that you've had people with the 7 of Swords. The 7 of Swords is someone who is sneaky, trying to take from you. So again, these people around you may have tried to take your light. They tried to stop you. They tried to take you down. All right, and the 6 of Swords, I feel like this is your energy as well, because the 6 of Swords speaks of letting anything from the past go and moving on. Excuse me, I felt the need to crack my knuckles. So sometimes I do that when I'm channeling. But yeah, you felt the need to let this go, put this behind you. Okay, so now I'm going to clarify. This is just what I'm picking up on, but people wanting to take from you. So this could be people trying to take, because again, I get that you're unique, and even though they try to tell you like, oh, don't be like that, they're really inspired by you and they're copying you. So they might tell you, oh, don't dress like that, you look a mess when you dress like that, but then like later they'll go pick up the same outfit. So I get people try to take your creativity, they try to take your uniqueness, they try to take your style, they may try to take your ideas or anything from you and make it seem like it's theirs, because really you're like the new wave and they just hate that it's you. Okay, like, but let's say if it was a celebrity that was doing this, they would be all over it, but it's you. And also I'm getting you're the celebrity of your environment. Okay, you are main character energy in your city, in your town, and people just don't like that it's you. Okay, so they may do things to be spiteful, out of jealousy, out of anger, out of competitiveness, out of pettiness. Very low vibrational energy, but it's because you're a star, my love, and that's just facts. Okay, so let's clarify. Spirit, clarify. Okay, can I ask a question? But we got unique. This is what I'm talking about. I just said this is what I'm saying. Look, I will put it right here on the King of Wands because I feel like that's where it wanted to go. You are unique. You are incredible. You are so different. And I'm hearing ahead of your time, baby. Ahead of your time. Do you hear me? Don't let nobody tell you that you weird. You just ahead of your time. They late. Okay? They are late. So let's see. Clarify the Seven of Swords. All right. What we got? Yeah, see, neighborhood, community member. What did I just say? I said it could be community member. Yeah. So this could be family or people from your community that's looking to take from you, take your ideas, try to steal your ideas or your style. But here's the thing. They try to be sneaky about it. So the Seven of Swords is this sneaky energy. So they're going to tell you, oh, I hate it, but then copy it and really like it. Or they might be watching your profile and instead of just, subscribing and being a supporter, they want to make fake accounts, but they're watching everything you do. They watching everything. Okay, so I look at these are just confused fans. It's giving fan behavior. Okay, like it's giving fan behavior. Like they love to hate you, but really they like you and they inspired by you, but they jealous of you, so they trying to act like they not. But my homie, if you watching every video, you in all of my comments, you going through everything, just say you're a fan. So I get like this is some energy for you. Like they fans. They fans. All right, clarifying that Six of Swords. We got death here. And what I'm getting is like you're trying to put an end, because the death card represents like a ending and then a rebirth, and I feel like that's what you're in the process of doing. Like you're ending this cycle, you're moving away from these community members or these families or this friend or this environment. You're moving on and moving, like letting it go, not looking back, and don't give a fuck. Okay, you're headed on to your path and you're starting a new cycle. Death and rebirth. Death to the old you, death to the old you that they knew. And if this is family or community members, it's like when you were younger, they could get to you, they could upset you because obviously they were older, you were younger. But now that you're grown, it's just like good luck with that. Can't nobody tell you nothing, is what I'm hearing and what I'm feeling. So that is, you put a death and recycle. Also, this is just saying that these people in this community may have they may have been speaking ill on your name, sending you death threats, or just like wishing the worst for you here. And so like when we hear about spell work, I don't know, sometimes like when I used to, before I was like into this and I understood it, like I would like think of spells as like Harry Potter with the wand, abracadabra type of thing. But spell work is your tongue. Spell work can be your mouth. So all these people speaking on your name, wishing you ill will, hoping you will fail, saying negative things, that's a form of spell work. Okay, so I feel like that's what these people were doing. They were getting together, talking about you, just dogging you out, trying to send you this negative energy. And you may have picked up on it. But it's like they're not going to be successful. They can't do anything because what is for you is for you, and can't nobody stop it. And they have inflated egos because they think that they're powerful enough to stop something or to halt something that's meant for you. It ain't possible. Okay, but they haven't realized that yet. So just ignore this energy that's coming off of them. You may be picking up on it, but spirit is just saying keep going. Again, with this light here, your light is irritating their demons. All right, and so you just gotta keep shining, and they're gonna get dealt with. It's not your job to deal with them. Spirit deals with them. The divine deals with them. Your angels deal with them. Your guides deal with them. But you keep shining this bright light, my beautiful, beautiful pile number 3. Okay, bottom of the deck, we got dishonest. Okay, so bottom of the deck is saying dishonest, and I feel like this community member may have told you things about yourself to make you feel insecure, to make you feel less than, to make you feel down. So they were lying to you. They've been dishonest. Really, they saw your life the day you were born. They knew who you were the day you were born. And they may have like tried to dim that for you. So just telling you dishonest things to make you feel bad about yourself. But like I said, you figured it out, because again, you're very confident in who you are. You do not get to be the King of Wands without having a firm sense of who you are. And that's the thing. You are so firm in who you are. You're not easily impressionable. You don't listen to other people. You speak for yourself. You think for yourself. And so that is why you're the King of Wands. That is what they're jealous of, because they're followers. They believe in, they let people, they need outside validation. They need the approval of everybody else. They need that. And that is not what you do. It's like you walk to the beat of your own drum. Okay? So the next set of cards is going to be what you think about the situation at hand. So clarifying our Seven of Swords, we got joy. And the joy is like you think you already know what they're up to. You're very privy to this. So you find joy because, again, I get the joy is that you know who you are. You know where you stand, and you know what the plan is for your life, and you're not going to let anything or anyone influence that. So you have this internal joy, and for me it's coming out as like internal light. Again, with this King of Wands, you have a light about you. You are very high vibrational. You're energetic. You're happy. You're healthy. You're peaceful. You're loving. You're empathetic. You're full of compassion. So you have joy about this. So, and also I feel like people may try to take from you, and you're aware of them stalking you, copying you, talking mess about you, and it makes you laugh a little bit, because it's just like, oh, but I thought you hated me though. Oh, I thought you didn't like me though, but you watching my stuff. So it's like it brings you a sense of joy, in a sense, like when you catch on to this, because here's the thing. They think you don't know, but you most definitely know, because you're an empath and you can pick up on the energy. Okay, so let's move on. Clarifying our King of Wands, we got worry and fear. So I get that sometimes, this does cause you stress, because you're just like, why are they so pressed? Like, I feel like you're saying, like, why are they so worried about me, what I have going on, what I'm going through? I'm minding my business. So you got people really worried. And with this fear card, I feel like they're afraid of you. They're afraid of your power. Look at this staff in his hand. You got the lion behind him. That is a symbol of strength. They know how strong you are. They fear you, okay? And you know what they say, people fear but they don't understand. That's what's coming up here. Like, they don't understand you, and so they fear you. They're worried about your power. For some of them, they're worried like you're going to get ahead of them, and for some reason they are determined, because they feel the need that they have to be the only one that can be ahead. Nobody else can get ahead of me. It's giving crabs in a barrel energy. Like, they want to pull people down, and this is why you're moving away from this connection or this environment, because that's not how you think. You feel as though there's enough for everybody, and I'm not with nobody that's pulling people down. For what? Because there's enough for everybody. So what I'm getting is that this community or neighborhood member is very lack mindset. They think that, oh, it's not enough, only one can. But really, you are someone who has an abundance mindset. You accept the fact that there is enough. Like the universe, God, divine is plentiful. There's enough for everybody, and that's where you are. But the people in this community are very low vibrational, very selfish, very egocentric. So that's their energy. Okay, clarifying the Six of Swords, we got aggravated, and this is coming out of the emotion anger. And that's the thing, like, this type of stuff aggravates you because they be doing the most, is what I'm picking up. Like, and you know it. And the thing is, like, even when they watch your stuff from a different account, you can still see it. Like, people don't know, like, you can see the analytics. When you're a creator, when you have your own profile, you can go through and see exactly where the information is coming from. If they're watching you from a Samsung, an iPhone, from which account, whether it be Yahoo, Gmail, like, you can see it. So the joke is on them. So it's kind of funny because they're trying to be sneaky, but little do they know, you cannot sneak. It's very hard to be unseen. Even with fake accounts, you can list it back to the number that it came from. You can list it back. Like, you can check all of this. So I get, for you, it's just aggravating for you, because it's like you know who's doing it, and you're just like, why are you so pressed? I'm hearing that song for you, pile number 3, by Cardi B. Press, 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 press. Cardi don't need more press. Like, that's what I feel like. They're giving you all this attention, and it's like, they fear you because you're powerful, but at the same time, they're making you powerful by sneaking, trying to watch you, trying to keep up with you. Like, they're giving you that power when really you just minding your business. Okay, so I get that you're very aggravated, and it does cause you anger, and I'm getting more like annoying because you're just like, I'm not afraid of you, you're just pissing me off. Like, you're really just aggravating me. So I feel like this is what you're thinking. The next set of cards is going to be, hang on, let me grab some water. I'm over here channeling to death. Hold on. All right. So the next set of cards is going to be how you actually feel, okay? Because sometimes we think through our emotions, and it's important that we identify our emotions so that we can feel them and release them, okay? So clarifying our 7 of Swords, look at this. You got jovial, which is another form of joy. So this was spot on. You're feeling happy. You're like laughing about this because it brings, like, again, I'm getting, no one can stop your shine. No one can knock your joy. And it's like, I'm not going to let them take it. I'm also getting like another, what is that? This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Like, let it shine. Like, I feel like that's what you're saying to yourself. You might even sing that song. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Let it shine. I'm thinking of this. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie What's Love Got to Do with It in the beginning, with, what's her name? Tina Turner. They show like a young Tina Turner in church, and she's in the church choir singing This Little Light of Mine, but she was the star in the choir. So the choir director gets mad and kicks her out of the choir because she was singing the song. She was feeling the song and was taking the lead when she wasn't supposed to. So I get this type of energy. This might be how this community feels about you. Like, they feel like you steal the shine from them. So they might try to isolate you, try to humiliate you because they feel like you are still in the show. But it's just who you are. Some people have a light and they are meant to shine, but other people who do not have that light get really jealous and irritated by it. Okay, so I feel like that's what's going on here, and I feel like you know this reading for you is just confirmation. So clarifying your King of Wands here, we got rapture, which is another form of happiness, and this is coming out of the emotion joy. So again, and I get this, joy is your light. You know how powerful you are. You know what your light does to people. You feel amazing to people. You have a high vibrational energy, so it's like you're feeling happy regardless. And I'm getting like, you see all of what's taking place with people trying to be sneaky and hiding. You see people trying to take from you. You see people copying you. You see people trying to be you. You see people still, doing whatever it is they doing, but it's like you're unbothered. I'm getting I was minding my business, unbothered. Okay, like you are getting a lot of channel songs. All right, so clarifying the 6 of Wands, we have euphoric, joy again. So look at this. This was so awesome. You got all of these joy cards, so it lets me know that you are feeling happy about the situation, bothered by the situation. You have your moments where you get aggravated, or you just you get aggravated, but you're not letting it stop nothing. And honey, they can't. Okay, so I'm loving this energy. Pile number 3, I love that you're staying up about this. Okay, so the next thing is going to be a channeled message, and this may fit your situation. So let's see. We got, notice how this connection slash situation makes you feel. And this is what I'm saying, like, you are in this situation, and this situation, like we mentioned, it does bring a little aggravation, but for the most part, you feel happy because you're not fazed by this behavior. Like I said, this behavior, they're giving fan behavior, so you're not really worried about it. Okay, so I love this for you. So the next card is going to be a tip or a suggestion on how to express these emotions, or the best, advice at this time. Wow, we got sound healing. Okay, sound healing. So if you ever, I have a sound bowl here, so I think I'm just going to do it for you in this pile. We're just going to do it because this was your card and this is what she's doing on the card. So I'm going to give you a brief sound healing, okay? Let's see. And what I'm going to do, hang on, I'm going to put my black tourmaline crystal in here. Black tourmaline is a protection crystal. It protects you from negative energy or psychic attacks or just anything. So I felt the need to put that in there for you. Black tourmaline is really good to carry on you, especially if you get this type of energy all the time. It's good to have in your pocket. It absorbs that negative energy. Okay, so it's a protection crystal. All right, so we're going to do some quick sound healing for you. Alright, pile number 3, that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know what you thought of this series in general or this video. Your feedback means the world to me. I will see you all in our next video. Bye. Hey there, pile number 4. This is your reading in the tarot therapy or tarot counseling series. This month, today's reading is aimed at helping you identify your emotions so that you can identify them, express them, release them, and then heal from them. Okay, so that is the purpose of this. Before we get started, as you know, I am not a therapist. I am not your therapist. I do have extensive background in counseling services, and I'm combining my knowledge of counseling service with my love of tarot. Okay, however, if you find that you do need to speak to a mental health care professional, I have provided some links for you in the description box to help guide you with that. Okay, so I went ahead and pre-pulled your cards here, pile number 4, and hang on, we have the Fool, all right, the Hanged Man, and the Chariot. So put them up first so you can see them up close. These are your cards. All right, so what I'm getting from this pile number 4, the situation at hand is you are, okay, here's what I'm getting. With the Fool card, there's a new venture you want to try out, right? And I feel like there's a part of you that you're being called to do this. You feel very inspired and you're ready to take a leap of faith. That's what the Fool card is, taking a leap, trying something, and ignoring the odds. Because sometimes let's say if you're really inspired by something, but then you start to rationalize it, you're like, okay, I won't have enough to do it. How am I going to do it? And then you stop yourself. Excuse me. You stop yourself from taking this leap, even though you feel inspired to do so. So, excuse me, I'm burping. Okay, I'm channeling. So sometimes when I channel, I get a little burpy. So excuse me in advance. All right. So with the Hangman here, this is saying like, you're wanting to pause. I'm reading this as every time you get that inspired action, you pause yourself, you stop yourself. Okay, and with the Chariot is all about taking action, moving forward. So I get that there's a desire to want to take a new leap of faith, and there's a desire to want to move forward and carry this out or see where it goes. But there's this part of you that stops yourself every time with the Hangman. Okay, so what I'm also picking up is the Hangman represents a perspective shift. So what you're feeling like, so basically you've done this start and stop a few times, but now as of lately or as of recently, you're like, okay, maybe I really can do this. I keep starting this, I keep getting inspired by this, and then I stop. So what does that mean? Maybe I really want to do this. So it's like you're really reaffirming to yourself, like, maybe I can do this. Maybe I should try it. So I see that your perspective is shifting. Okay, so let's clarify. I'm going to use this clarification oracle. Clarify the Fool, please, Spirit. Clarify the Fool for my pile number 4. What is this venture that they, okay, 2 was feeling the need to come out. So we got equal give and take. So with equal give and take coming out for the Fool card, it's like you want to make this venture, you want to take this leap of faith, but you feel like, again, I'm hearing like you over rationalize it, you talk yourself out of it. With the equal give and take, you feel like it would be unwise to start a new venture, or it would be too different, or you know, like it's not on your course of action plan. You know, like I feel like you hold yourself back here. And with the equal give and take, this is Spirit saying, if you feel like, because I'm getting a bit of a backstory. So let's say you have a traditional career and things like that, and you're scared to start something new. With equal give and take, Spirit is saying you can do both. You can keep your traditional job or whatever it is you're doing now, and you can start to do a little bit of what it is you would like to do, okay? And the Fool here, this could be anything. So like, you can start to do, and you can start doing the things that you like to do as a hobby. Spirit is saying there is a way for you to do both. If you're afraid to jump off the cliff and just go dive in first, there's still a way you can take action where you're still managing both sides. Equal give and take here. All right, so let's see. Clarify. Excuse me, I did not ask the question. Clarify the Hangman, please. Clarify the Hangman. All right, there, just slapped me. Okay, so oh wow, the Hangman is being clarified by the Moon. And so the Moon has a couple of different meanings. One, it's like this path still may be unclear to you, because the Moon speaks of things being hidden or secrets or not yet known. So you may have a desire and you fear, because you may be one of those type of people that like to have a plan step by step by step. And so this is what is like upsetting you, because you want to try this new adventure, but when it's gonna require a full leap of faith, and you are someone who likes answers, who likes to be certain. So the fact that the plan isn't all the way clear as to how you're going to go about it, how things will work out, that's what's causing you this uncertainty. That's what's causing you this moment to pause or stop yourself. But also with the Moon gets at your emotions here. So this is coming up saying your spirit is saying like, yo, listen to your heart, because obviously this is something that you want to do. You've started it and stopped it quite a few times. Just follow through. And you're learning to listen to that voice. You're leaning more so towards like, okay, maybe I can do this. Maybe I don't have to see the whole plan right now. I think I can just do this because I really feel compelled to do so. Okay, so that is what's coming up with the Moon. Let's see. Clarify the Chariot, please. Clarify the Chariot, please. And, oh, okay. Clarifying the Chariot, we have sister or brother. All right, and I'm reading this sister or brother as family. So what may be holding you back as well is the opinions or the validation of others. You may fear that your family is going to judge you or speak negatively of you because you're doing something different. You're not following that direct course of action that they may have planned for you or that you originally set out, and like drifting off of that path, you fear as though they're gonna make you the talk of the family, talk of the town. Okay, so but here's the thing, just chiming in, and this is my 2 cents, this is not from Spirit. When you are hesitant about what other people think about you, don't be, because the truth of the matter is, if somebody doesn't like you, they just don't like you. They're going to talk about you anyway. It don't matter what you do. If you do what they tell you to do, or if you do what you want to do, they are committed to not liking you. So I would just say, like, do what you really want to do what you're being called to do, because they was going to talk about you anyway. They probably already talking about you, and you have to understand that has nothing to do with you. How people feel about you has nothing to do about you and everything to do about them. Okay, and a lot of people are insecure. A lot of people are scared to take risks. A lot of people are scared of change, so they project that onto you. Okay, so whether your family gonna talk or not, like, either you have a supportive family that embrace you and is gonna welcome this idea, or you have a family that's dysfunctional, that's gonna smear your name, talk about you, whatever. Okay, but do it anyway. Okay, and that's just from experience. do it anyway, because you'll be happy that you did what you want to do. Because the thing is, even if you was doing what they claimed they wanted you to do, they would still find a way to speak bad on you, okay? And it's because that's who they are. All right, so let's get back into this reading. I'm gonna be quiet. All right, underneath the deck we got worth your energy. So I'm reading this spirit saying, do what is worth your energy, okay? Do what you're being called to do. And with the chariot speaks of taking action and movement and progression. So spirit is saying, if you're going to do all this movement, make sure it's worth your energy, and making sure you're choosing, like, the payoff is that you're happy. Forget what other people may think or want. Excuse me, I'm channeling, so my voice is, whew. All right. So the next set of cards is going to be how you think about the situation, what you're thinking so far. So with the Fool card, clarified by happy, enjoy. And this is what I'm saying. You're thinking you want to do what makes you happy. You thinking of taking this leap of action because it's something that you feel called to do. It's strongly in you. It makes you happy. It brings you joy. You can do it without getting bored or tired. It's something that you enjoy. And what I'm being called to say is, like, that's enough. Sometimes, you know, we look for the logical or the linear things, like, oh, we have to do this to make money. We have to do this to this. And don't get me wrong, we're, you know, adults and life happens. So you do have to make sure that you got your money managed and stuff like that. But sometimes you can do things just because you like them, just because you enjoy them. Everything doesn't have to be the purpose of making you money or, you know, adding to your status. It's a bonus if it makes you money and adds to your status, but you are allowed to do things because it simply makes you happy. Whatever it may be, you're allowed to be happy, okay? And I feel like some of you needed to hear that. All right, so clarifying the Hangman, we have agony and sadness. And this is what I'm picking up on. I feel like every time you stop and you tell yourself, like, oh man, I can't do this, I'm not going to do it, you really get sad about it. It brings you agony. You not doing what makes you happy brings you agony. That's the complete opposite of happy here. So this is just going to show that when you don't follow what you want to do, when you're not following what makes you happy, it does make you sad. And Spirit is saying, sometimes you can just do things just for the pure joy of it, okay? It doesn't have to be anything else attached to it. You know, it doesn't have to be, because, you know, like, it's for you, basically, all right? And obviously it's making you sad not acting on it, okay? So clarifying the throat chakra, throat chakra? That was random. So I get with the throat chakra coming up, some of you have a hard time expressing yourself or explaining this to people. Like maybe when people ask you questions, you're afraid to say just what I said about, you know, I enjoy this just because I want to. Because you ever have people that be like, when you go to an event and they be like, oh, so what do you do? And I hate that question because I feel like people ask you that just to see like whether they should respect you or not. And again, either you're gonna respect me or you not, but whatever, that's a reflection of you, right? And then, you know, they start, so what do you do? So how much money do you make doing that? And so I feel like that's what you're afraid to speak up, because what if you choose to do something where you're like, actually I'm an artist, and I'm saying this as an example because there are artists who make money, but you know, when people hear that, they're like, oh, you can't make money. They don't think that, here's the thing, they're ill-informed, because there are artists who are out here making bank on their work, but you know, it's not a traditional career, and people be like, oh, well, you won't make money that way. So it's like they might ask you like, what do you do? And you'll say like, oh, I'm an artist, and then they're like, oh, so well, how much do you make? You know, and be all like snobby about it. So I feel like you may have a hard time expressing yourself, and you're like, well, actually I do art because I thoroughly enjoy it. It's not always because I'm looking to make a sale. You know, I like to use art as a way to let my emotions go. It's how I de-stress, you know. But explaining that, people don't really understand that. And we live in a world where people are ruled by money, by material possessions and status and power. So they haven't developed or evolved enough to realize that you also need energetic happiness. You need things that also make you happy, where it's not associated with power or, you know, anything like that. So with the throat chakra, I feel like you may have had a hard time explaining that to people, and listening to me just say that like may have gave you like, okay, I'm gonna answer it like that next time, because I feel like you've been in a position where somebody made you feel uncomfortable about when you brought up like what you want to do, and they like made you feel uncomfortable. Okay, so that's what I'm picking up on. All right, with the Chariot card, we got stimulated and surprised. Now what this is saying is that whatever it is you choose to move forward in, it does stimulate you, it makes you happy and inspires you. And what the surprise is that you'll be surprised at how happy you become when you start to do this. Okay, so the next set of cards is going to be how you actually feel about the situation. And sometimes we rationalize our feelings. This is to help you identify how you're feeling so that you can express that and say what you mean and mean what you say and release it. Okay, so clarifying the Fool, we have anxious, fear, and this is what you're feeling like. Taking that new risk, that leap of faith, makes you anxious, because again, I feel like you're a type of person that has to see the end goal, has to see the whole thing, A, B, C, D, E, all the way down before you make a decision. I'm hearing the phrase analysis paralysis. So sometimes you overthink so much that you overthink it, and then you don't do anything because you're overwhelmed with all the possibilities that you just sat there and thought for 6 hours. Okay, so that's what's coming up. Excuse me, I'm getting out of breath. I'm channeling, so sometimes this is strong energy. Pile number 4. All right, so clarifying the Hangman, we have blissful and joy. And that's the thing, although you fear it, you know that it will bring you joy, and it's like deep down you know that this is what you want to do. You're just kind of being held by what other people would think or say, or how they would judge, or whatever the case may be. Clarifying the Chariot, we have longing, and the longing is what took me out here, because it's like you're longing to do whatever this is. Like you've been longing to do it. You started, you stopped, but this is something that you truly want to do, and you have a passion for it. So Spirit is saying, go for it, go do it. And even if you feel like, again, there's that equal give and take, Spirit is saying you can keep doing what you're doing already now. Just make what it is you want to do a hobby. Introduce it so that you're still honoring both sides of yourself. That part of you that needs to be in the 3D and logical and linear, and that part of you that needs to be expressive and intuitive and artsy and creative. Make sure you're honoring both sides of yourself. Okay, so the next card is going to be a channel message, and it may fit your situation. We have, I am completely comfortable making and executing decisions. I trust my judgment. So this is a message Spirit wants you to say, like, you are able to execute your own decisions. You don't need outside validation, outside opinions, because honestly, sometimes, like, it's okay to get information from the people that you trust, but take it with a grain of salt, because sometimes if they're insecure, because people love to say, I would never do that. Okay, that's you. That's not me. So you have to follow what's in your heart, okay? And trust your judgment. All right, my love. I say that with love. All right. So the last card is going to be tips or suggestions or advice on how to carry out this situation or express your emotions. We have sweet treat. Okay, sweet treat. But with the sweet treat, I'm picking up Spirit is saying you deserve, like, the sweet treat. Honestly, is whatever it is that you're telling yourself you can't do. Treat it like a treat. You know, you deserve it, a reward, as if you would, let's say, if you like ice cream or something. You do something, you're like, oh, I'm gonna treat myself to ice cream. Go do that. But if, let's say, the thing that you're afraid to do is art. I'm gonna keep using art because it's coming up. But you like, okay, I did my work today. I did my 9 to 5. I'm gonna treat myself to some painting time tonight. Like, use your hobby as a treat. You deserve it. Okay. So pile number 4, that was your reading. Please let me know what you thought of this video or what you think of the series so far this month. I would love to hear your feedback. Let me know something in the comment section, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.